Luke Uchiha here, back with part 5 of What If Deku Had All for One. So basically, where we left off was at the sports festival, right? So basically, what happens is the race starts, and Deku is holding back right now. So Todoroki gets first place right now. So the robots as an obstacle. Um, Todoroki just freezes their feet and freezes everyone's feet. So they have like a bad start. But Bakugo comes in with them explosions and flies up to Todoroki. So basically he's flying with Todoroki running or skating. I don't know which one, but I'm gonna say basically everything goes the same until the mines. The mines that Deku chooses to just to just show everyone his true power. So basically, he's just running through the mines. They're just exploding on him. Nothing that the mines can do can hurt him. Okay, so basically that's happening, and that happens. So basically, what happens? So basically, he's running towards them, and he's running like at top speeds. Like if a Prime All Might, like if Prime All Might had 10 versions of themselves, and they all merged to one and started running in a straight line. So he's just doing that. He's like a past All Might strength. So he does that, and I'm gonna say Todoroki accidentally activates his fire side because his I'm gonna say his fire people can't use their quirks without sometimes the quirks malfunctioning and accidentally activating on their own. So I'm gonna say the fire side just accidentally kicks in and accidentally touches Deku, is going towards Deku. So basically Deku sends it right back, and I mean he never mind, he doesn't send it right back, he just nullifies it, he just like terminates it. So that happens, right? So Deku gets first place, Todoroki gets second, and Bakugo gets third because he's a third wheel. Okay, so basically next is the cavalry battle, and since Deku has 10 million points, no one really wants to go with him, but it's except for Uraka. I'm gonna say basically it's the same team. Everyone gets the same team, and I'm replacing I'm replacing Uraka with Ida. So yeah, so basically that happens. So um everything technically goes the same until Todoroki decides to go for Deku. So because he thinks Deku's weaker than him. So Deku Deku goes towards the you know go Todoroki is going towards Deku. And then Deku has this bright idea to just since ice is another form of is a solid form of water, he just has this bright idea to just whenever he's trying to use ice, he manipulates it to like heat up and like melt, and so he does that, and then it slips his team, which gets him which gets his whole team disqualified. It's except for Todoroki since he has the headband. So Todoroki is basically screwed unless he finds a platform. So he's forced to basically give up his points. But I'm gonna say he's still in just for this, okay? And so he's still in for the competition. Um and I'm gonna say Bakugo tries to go for Deku's 10 million points, but with this explosion flying, so yeah, he's he doesn't know he's about to get bopped on the head like he always gets with his mom. So that basically happens. So basically, next up is the 1v1 battles. So I'm excited for this one. So I'm gonna say that the whole including all for one was watching this because his son, he knows his son is in UA. So he, well, although he doesn't have eyes, but like I'm gonna say that all for one, I had like some sort of what a seeing quirk. He can still see without his eyes. Whatever. That's irrelevant. He's seeing his son basically um compete in the sports festival. So he had this bright idea since he was thinking of doing this since the start to go to the festival, and then just basically sabotage it. Like he made this whole machine for like last year, but he forgot about it. And then he remembered that it actually worked. So now he's doing this quickly. So he uses his experimental portal thing or like teleportation quirk, and that basically happens. He gets this flying like robot ship or something, and it just goes just but like he activates it. He gets the League of Villains in there, and I'm gonna say like Davi and Toga and Twice and Mr. Compress are already in there. So are already on the crew. So yeah, I'm gonna say that's there. So they're booking it to the to the sports festival, and I'm gonna say they crash it right when Deku was about to fight right when Deku was about to fight Shota Todoroki. So he just has to give him that talk. Like it was right when he was giving that talk. It's not his quirk, it's your quirk. That he cannot manipulate. He cannot use your fire. You can only use your fire. That type of crap. So yeah. Um. So basically that happens. They crash the whole damn festival. Then I'm gonna say All Might used up his time limit, and yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. So that basically happens. So there's just this huge like thud, and then they see like a whole damn like ship just stop in the air, and they just see one dude coming down with a suit and like some sort of a helmet, you know. So then basically, the USJ, is there. So they crash the party. They start getting to fighting, and then All Might is done with his time limit, but he thinks he has like a couple more minutes, so he's going to use the rest of One for All, and I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say before he does that you know what? Let me just play out the story. So every single student and hero are just fighting fighting all the League of Villains. And I think I'm gonna make this like 15 minutes long, maybe a little longer. So yeah, that basically happens, and they're fighting, and then then Deku and All Might start going at it to like going to the main villain because Deku has an increased intelligence, so he thinks that if he takes down All for One, then they have no power since even they can see that um that the League of Villains are basically getting basically destroyed by all all the other people, and like he's the strongest, and he thinks the people those people are pretty weak. Even Manetta is like keeping up a little bit of a fight. I'm gonna say that they recruited new villains to the League of Villains. Okay, so yeah, so they're fighting with All for One, and then and then okay, I'm gonna say that All Might like like knows that he's gonna have to use up some like the rest of One for All to take down All for One in this fight. So that basically happens. Um, so All Might is like pushing himself to throw every single smash he has. And he's trying to get Deku out of there, but Deku says, "You can use your full power around me. Remember, I took like a like a past your limits Detroit Smash when you were frowning. Remember in the USJ? So yeah, so he is All Might's using his full power. Deku is using half of his power. He's still destroying All for One. All for One's kind of shocked, but like he kind of expected this from his son. And I'm gonna say that he also got a quirk that can tell how people's quirks. So yeah, All for One, you got that. So he sees that he only got like what 10 quirks at most, and he's shocked. Like 10 quirks, and he's getting beat up by him. Oh nah. So he's like, this gonna be a disgrace to my name, even though this my son. So he's about to get like destroyed. Yeah, I'm gonna make this longer. So that happens technically. And then this is basically on the news, so like oh okay. And then Deku says, "Don't you dare give up on me, All Might." So that basically happened. He says that, and then All Might just gets the smoke around him, when he's about to de-transform. And then and then Deku says, "You know what? Fine, I'll just do it myself." So he gets All Might like out of there real quick, and he takes a drop of blood and like puts it in All Might's mouth, just healing his injury completely. He's like, even though I hate you because you destroyed technically my whole entire dream, I'm still here. I'm still kicking, so I'm still gonna help the number one hero in any way he can. So basically, that's his basic motto. And then All Might's like, you know what? Screw this. He gives One for All to Deku. You know what? This might not even go up. So yeah, that basically happens. So I'm saying that happens. He gives One for All to Deku, and I'm gonna say the users of One for All consensus that he's a good person, so they allow him to use One for All for this single fight, and then immediately it goes back to All Might. I'm saying that because I'm not gonna give him One for All, obviously. You think I'm that dumb? Nah. Nah, that'd be too OP, even for me. So he uses he starts using One for All and like All for One in sync. So he starts stealing this dude's quirks. And like I'm not I'm gonna say he one of the quirks were delete. So he's just deleting all the quirks. Okay, he's just deleting all the quirks that All for One had. Okay, so basically that happens. So All for One is basically like a shriveled old man like right now. So he's like basically on his deathbed, and then he said, and then the last quirk that he had was a transformation quirk. you know, the one that he used to show that he was still Hisashi Midoriya. So he transforms back into Hisashi Midoriya and says, "It's been me the whole times, the whole time." And then basically that's what he says. It's been me the whole time, and and then Deku's shocked, and then he starts basically yelling, saying, "Did I do the wrong thing or the good thing?" He's just confused whether like he killed his last family member, or like was this better for the greater good. And like he's just confused with himself, and he says, and then One For All just goes back to All Might, and All Might just feels this surge of energy right back to him. So yeah, why am I talking so fast? Okay, so yeah, that basically happens, and this is the end of What If Deku had All For One. Thanks for watching my What If. Well, this What If, and I hope you have a great day, and bye bye.